Yeah, very good morning to you.
Morning.
Why is this happening?
What? It's not true. To start with, I've never heard of that organization. That's how they've announced themselves to the public arena. And they announced something that is not true at all. We are going to ask them today to give us the list of the schools.
Well, according to them, over 300 schools have dropped this, and they say it's quite a common occurrence.
They must give us the list of the schools. Where are the schools? That's it. Let's talk facts.
All right. So according to them, this is fact. So let's just work our way through this, because I don't want to have to call you back in again and go, oh, hold on, we have got these 300 schools, and this is the case.
Let me tell you what happened. What happened is that in the articles that you've been reading, they say they got the information from the department. We are saying, who gave you that information? Date the data that we have. Put the date on it and say this is when these 300 schools dropped maths. The fact is that that information that they are talking about is from 2014. 2014, a long time ago.
So why would they bring it up now?
That's exactly the
question. To what end? Are you saying they're lying?
They are lying. And that's why I'm saying they must give us the list of the schools so that we can talk facts. What happened was that the minister set up a maths task team to establish all facts around maths and its development, availability of teachers, material, and how to improve it. 5-6 years ago already. As a result of that task team, we identified there were some 330 schools which were not offering mathematics at all. On the 23rd of October 2014, we sent out a circular to all our schools saying that all schools are supposed to offer mathematics. Not even maths literacy. We said we needed to reduce the number of schools that were offering maths literacy, the number of learners that were taking maths literacy, and instead channel them to maths as per the NDP requirements towards 2030. That circular is still in place. Anyone who would be dropping maths as a subject offered in the school, they would get themselves into trouble. In fact, we have even trained more teachers, recruited more teachers, worked with other organizations that specialize in maths to bring in more teachers so that we capacitate all our schools to ensure that all of them offer mathematics. So what you are saying there is just, I don't know where they...
So you are saying they got this information from 2014. If that is indeed the case, how up to speed are these schools then that were dropping maths? Have they reinstated? Because surely something like that would be illegal.
It would be wrong if they were still dropping, because that circular is in place. And in fact, even now as I'm speaking, the DG is in the Eastern Cape. He was in another part of the province yesterday saying to them, please make sure that we improve maths. So that's something that we've been saying all this time. And in fact, one of the things that's wrong with that information from these people is that they are saying is because learners are not interested. That was not the reason. The reason for not offering maths was the unavailability of teachers, which is a completely different reason to what they are giving. We went out, we conducted an audit to find out how many maths teachers we have. We found out we had some 130,000 teachers, but most of them were retiring. We said, let's now work with organizations that can help us, like Teach SA, who were able to come through for us to help us. We worked with many other organizations like the Maths Foundation and the other Center for the Advancement of Maths Education. We worked with all those organizations who are supporting us. We have now changed the picture completely.
But it's still a problem. I mean, maths and science, one of the biggest problems this year with the matric results, the 2019 matric results. So what is the problem about getting good, educated and highly qualified maths teachers? Why is it still...
Well, the teachers are trained at universities. Maybe you need to call them in to ask them what it is that they are teaching their maths students, so that because we receive them after they've been trained. What we then do in the basic education sector is to train those teachers further on the job training. That continues. Most of them, by the way, they don't even spend their holidays, the teachers. They spend these in workshops being taught how to teach mathematics. That's what we are doing now. We have a plan and we are working on it. Remember, in 2018, we even introduced technical maths. We couldn't introduce a new form of mathematics if we did not make the improvement in terms of availing teachers that are trained to do that. So we were able to do that because we had the confidence that we had the resources, the training, and the support that is required for this to be realizable.
I mean, this article highlights another problem that we're seeing in schools. It's putting statistics over our children, isn't it? And I had a very disturbing conversation with a teacher who was saying that how many kids in her school basic education fail, and there is so much pressure on her to make them pass, so to fabricate those results. So there's a lot of concern, whether the story is true or not, about, dropping maths. The fact that statistics are the focus of many teachers rather than educating our children. How are we going to get that to change?
No, that's wrong. You see, if a teacher is doing that, then it's them who have chosen to do that in pursuit of success. We don't want them to do that.
Yeah, but it's happening. As we know, it's happening in so many schools. There's pressure on headmasters, headmistresses at the top to have a high pass rate. And that's
I wanted to tell you that what we have is a learner attainment, a learner support program. It says support the learner. That's what we must do. Don't rush or chase a pass rate. We are looking. That's why the minister, if you go back to the speech of the minister, by the way, which she delivered last week at the announcement of matric results, she said, we are now going to use an inclusive set of measures, of indicators to see if schools are supporting learners, not the pass rate. We are going to look at the retention rate, the enrollment rate per subject, how many write, how many pass, and what is it that a school is doing to support these learners. So the job is yours to support the learner and do everything that you can. So it's not a pressure for a pass rate, but it's a pressure for you to make sure that each and every child is given an equal opportunity to pass. That's it.
Pass honestly.
Yes.
Elijah Matlangu, thank you very much for coming in.
Great stuff. Thank you.